Is the Upper East Coast the next one to flood? I believe what you're seeing happening in Asheville and Tennessee and all of those areas in the South is headed your way. So I want to take you back to a little clip in the video I Pet Goat 2. Now I've removed the background creepy noise because we're not trying to scare anybody here, but we're trying to make this observation. You notice the Statue of Liberty? I mean, it's not completely submerged, but they're showing you that there's a substantial amount of water coming to that Manhattan area. And then the next thing we notice, if we look close, look up there where the moon is shining, we see a swirling, almost looks like a hurricane in that area. No doubt they are definitely dropping clues here. Now, the next little clue they're dropping here is they're telling you it's going to happen during a full moon. And did you notice the little icebergs and what looks like possibly snow? Well, we'll have to see if it snows on the next full moon, which is October 17th, and then we have another full moon around November 15th coming. So is it going to be Milton that suddenly takes a sharp left-hand turn, or is it going to be Kirk, which is coming across the Atlantic Ocean? We're going to want to keep an eye on both of these storms. Now take a listen to this.
About a year ago, while speaking at the Global Finance Summit in Paris, French President Emmanuel Macron said the world needs a public financial shock to fight global warming. Around the same time, World Economic Forum founder and executive chairman Klaus Schwab also made a similar statement about revamping the global economy. In his words, every country from the United States to China must participate, and every industry from oil and gas to tech must be transformed. We need a great reset of capitalism, Schwab added in an article published on the non-governmental organization's website. According to popular investigative journalist Whitney Webb, what we are witnessing is the birth of a new international monetary system, a replacement for the current Bretton Woods system, built solely on the blockchain to aid the complete surveillance and censorship of every aspect of our lives.
Which requires us to go back to another clip in I Pet Goat 2. And if we take a deep look into his eyes, we can clearly see them telling us what is coming next. Now, this financial global reset is going to happen. It's inevitable. There's no way to avoid it. And we can see that in America's natal birth chart. Let's go back to 2008. Now, America was born, Pennsylvania, PA, on the 4th of July, 1776 at about 5:10 in the evening. And this is America's Sibley chart right here. And if we go back to around November 20th, 2008, sometime around there, we had Pluto, this planet right here, the planet that is known of in Revelation as Hades, or the planet of death and transformation, entering into America's second house of finances. And do you recall what happened back then? That's right, the housing crash. And it has been transiting through this house up until now, and it is getting ready to leave on November 19th. As I said, Pluto is going to move out of America's second house of finance. It's actually right around November 19th at 2:06 a.m. So let's go back over here and look. Again, second house, look where Pluto is now. It's at the very last degree, 29 degrees, which is a very critical degree. And then it's going to move to the third house, where guess what? He's going to bring death and transformations to the way we communicate. Third house, but look where it's at. It's in Aquarius, and Aquarius is all about AI, technology, all of those things. So the way that we used to do things is now going to go through a death and transformation through all these 29 degrees. I think it's like 19 years. So over the course of the next 19 years, everything about the way we communicate is going to change, and it's going to be very Aquarian, futuristic. So this is why all of this is going to be happening. Now, should you be afraid of anything that is happening? Absolutely not. And that's why I love astrology and why they kept this information from you. Because if you understood the signs of the times, you would understand what's coming and what's happening. And you'd not only be able to mentally prepare, but you'd be able to physically prepare. Now, people who are new to my channel are going to say astrology is evil. Well, that's all a lie. And that's what the church and the government told you. And I have a video posted at the very top of my playlist explaining to you why it's not and why they wanted to keep that knowledge from you. When you understand astrology, the mundane, what's going on in the world, and your own personal astrology by having your chart read, then you understand what is going on in your own life, and it makes it much easier for you to process what's happening. Astrology tells you what's happening, why it's happening, and most importantly, when it's going to be happening. So if you're on the East Coast, it's really important that you batten down the hatches and prepare for what might be coming your way.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.